All right, Christine, how do I get an agent then? Well, that's a tough one. Yeah, I got my first agent by getting my first role. Catch 22. I went to an open call for an audition. It was something a friend told me about, and I ended up dropping my headshot off, being really nice to the casting director without meaning to be. Didn't know that's who she was. I was just nice to her because she seemed like she was having a bad day. Made a joke or two, and then a month later she gives me a call and says, hey, can you come into this audition? I went to the audition. I booked the role and then shot the movie. The movie came out, hit theaters, and I made postcards. And let me show you. I don't have that postcard, but I have a postcard. This is what I recommend for postcards. Something with your picture on it and room to put whatever this happens to say thank you. So I was making for someone else. It also has my website, and then on the back it'll have contact information and a personal note. But what I did for this particular postcard is I wrote, just booked Along Came Polly in theaters now, or just shot Along Came Polly in theaters now, or something like that. And I sent it out to different agents that I had researched online and found out that they represented my type of person. So my age range, that sort of thing. And so I sent them out, and I got, I think, 3 meetings out of maybe 10, 20 postcards, which is highly unusual. But it was a pretty high number of meetings off of very few postcards. And I went to them and I met one lady that I just really liked, and I said, great, I'm going to sign with you. And we signed a contract for a year that said that she would be my agent and I would be her client, and I would pay her a certain percentage, and then she would in turn send me out, submit me for projects so that I could get auditions and I could go and audition for them and hopefully book work. And if I booked, she would negotiate my contract. So that's how I did it. However, a lot of people I know will walk into agents and hand them their packet. Like they'll have a headshot and resume, and they'll hand it to them and they'll say, hey, I'm looking for representation and can I get a meeting? Or they'll call and follow up with them, or they'll mail them something, or they'll invite them to a showcase or a play that they're doing, or who knows what. There's a million ways to get an agent. There are agent showcases where people will pay to go and perform with a scene partner in front of maybe 6 or 7 agents at a time, or less, I mean, or more, who knows. But they'll go, and then these agents will then meet with them afterwards. There are places like AI Actor Studio where you can go and they have agents sitting in different rooms, and you go with a partner into a different room one at a time, and you meet with agents that way, do a little scene for them, and then if they're interested, they'll call you. There's all sorts of ways about going to get an agent. I think the best way to do it is to think outside of the box and come up with what best represents you and your personality, and go about it that way. I mean, they're just people, and they're looking for good talent that they can represent and make money off of, and you're looking for someone to represent you. So you have something that the other needs and wants, hopefully, and so that's what you're doing. You're setting up an interview to interview them and for them to interview you.